He's going to give us notes, and we're going to find that Rebekah was 3. He's going to do the math for us. And notice, if what he says does not actually give us an age of 3, then he's lying because he knows his fans are too dumb or too gullible to actually do the math. He knows the fans he's dealing with. Like Tate. Andrew Tate knows his fans. He knows he can lie right to their faces and they will not care. All right, we ready?
Yeah.
So, Uthman clip, Rebekah. Here we go.
Genesis 17:17. Sarah was 90 years old when Abraham was 100. Ibrahim alayhi salam, or Abraham, was 100 when Isaac or Ishaq was born. How old was he? 100 when Isaac was born, in accordance to Genesis 21:5.
Alhamdulillah.
Genesis 21:5. Okay. Sarah died at the age of 127, according to Genesis 23:1 and 2, verses 1 and 2. Isaac, Ishaq, alayhi salam, was 40 years old when he married Rebekah, in accordance to Genesis 25:20. Sarah was 90 when Ishaq was born. How do we know that? Concluding from 1 and 2. If Sarah was 90 when Abraham was 100, and Abraham was 100 when Isaac was born, then how old was Sarah when Isaac was born? 90, right? Very clear. Ishaq or Isaac was 37 when his mother died, because 127 minus 90 equals what? 37. You guys with me? Since Isaac was 37 when his mother died, and he was 37 when Rebekah was born.
Ah, right? There it is. Did you catch the lie?
I think
everyone catch that? Okay. Now notice he's giving sources. I'm saying this because they do this. They do this for people who are too gullible or too stupid to actually follow it.
Which one was the last verse that he mentioned?
He didn't. That's the point. Okay. That's the point. He just claimed it. What a liar, man. Okay. But notice what they'll do, right? I'm saying this because I've seen this over and over and over again. Look, Genesis 17:17. Sarah was 90, Abraham was 100. Genesis 21:5. Abraham was 100. Sarah died. She was 127. This is Genesis 23:1-2. Isaac was 40 when he married Rebekah. This is in Genesis 25:20. Sarah was 90 when Isaac was born. That's because if we put these two together, we get this. And Isaac was 37 when Sarah died, because we can do the math. And since Rebekah was born right when Sarah died, that's how we... Wait, what? And notice, I mean, he had notes there. He had notes. So all that's missing was that source, that neat little source saying that Rebekah was born when Isaac was 37. And where do they get that? You already pointed it out, but we'll go ahead and take a look at the passage. Here you go. So this is at the end of Genesis 22. So you have the passage about the Abraham and Isaac here. And then at the end of all this, you get this little comment that Abraham finally gets some news from home. He's been away from his family for a long, long time, and he hears some news. And notice it says, sometime later, Abraham was told, Milcah is also a mother. She has borne sons to your brother Nahor. Uz the firstborn, Buz his brother, Kemuel the father of Aram, Kesed, Hazo, Pildash, Jidlap, and Bethuel. Bethuel became the father of Rebekah. Milcah bore these 8 sons to Abraham's brother Nahor. His concubine, whose name was Reumah, also had sons, Teba, Gehem, Tehash, and Malkah. So in order to get an age, you have to say, Rebekah and all these other people were born right when Abraham heard about it. This isn't Abraham hearing some news. Hey, here's all your relatives who've been born while you're gone. And they were born over a period of time. It's nope. Abraham got the email. He got the email right when it happened. Hey, all these people were born. And that's when they were born. That's how you tie it. That's how you supposedly tie it. Is that a good argument? No, that is one of the dumbest things ever argued by anyone. Anyway, Abraham wants a wife for his son Isaac, and he sends his servant. Servant says, what if the woman, notice he's sending him for a woman. What if the woman is unwilling to come back with me to this land? Shall I then take your son back to the country you came from? And Abraham says, no, don't take my son back there. Then the servant left, taking with him 10 of his master's camels loaded with all kinds of good things from his master. He sent out for Aram. Then he gets to the town. Then he prays. He's going to pray for a sign that he's got the right woman. And go ahead and look, daughters of the townspeople. May it be that when I say to a young woman, so he's looking for a young woman, he's not looking for a toddler. He's looking for a young woman, not a toddler. See it right there in the middle of the page? When I say to the young woman, please let your jar down that I may have a drink. And she says, drink, and I'll water your camels too. Very strange to have a 3-year-old offering to water your 10 camels, but that's Sheikh Uthman's story. Let's see. Before he had finished praying, Rebekah came out with her jar on her shoulder. So Rebekah fetches the water for the family. She was the daughter of Bethuel, son of Milcah, who was the wife of Abraham's brother Nahor. The woman was I thought she was a toddler. The woman was very beautiful. The toddler was very beautiful. A virgin, no man had ever slept with her. She went down to the spring, filled her jar, and came up again. Pretty strong girl, because, jars weren't light back then. The servant hurried to meet her and said, please give me a little water from your jar. Drink, my lord, she said. She gave him a drink. After she had given him a drink, she said, I'll draw water for your camels too. 10 camels, and they can drink 53 gallons in 3 minutes each, until they have had enough to drink. So she quickly emptied her jar into the trough, ran back to the well to draw more water, and drew enough for all his camels. Without saying a word, the man watched, blah, 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 blah. When the camels had finished drinking. What are you laughing at?
This is so ridiculous. Imagine a 3-year-old.
Yeah, a 3-year-old. It's like hilarious, right? Verse 28, the young woman ran and told her mother's household about all these things. So anyway, guys.
My son is 3-year-old right now.
My son's 5. My son's 5, and just the idea of him being out in the field, carrying his water jar, and then some guy shows up. He's like, I'll water all 10 of your camels for you.